Hi, everybody. This is Michael Easy, and I would like to share an idea following the ongoing unrest that we see in the country, Nigeria. As you know, that's where I'm from. Um, this is an idea, and any most nation that have moved forward and are um, making an impact today and treating their citizens with respect and with dignity, we see inventions of insiders taken into account. So I didn't just want this to be for myself or a talk within my family. I want to share it to the whole world whereby you can come see it and let me know in the comment section what you think about this idea, if you think it's gonna help, what the pros would be and what the cons would be. And as you know, if you have been following the Nigerian news, we have insecurity in Nigeria, where some certain group of people being called the bandits. They come, they kidnap people, they kill women, they kill pregnant women, they kill Christians, they kill Muslims as well. Um, and they come under the ideology of extremism. Islamic extremism, to be precise. They claim a certain way to follow God and worship God, and if it's not being followed in such manner, then they oppress whoever doesn't buy their ideologies. There's that sect, and there's still another sect of just mere kidnappers. They are not tied to any Islamic ideology, and there are still other sects of um, kidnappers that may be in the northern side or be in the western side or be in the eastern side. So this is just an overview. Obviously, not going into all of the data that we have, but there is a big rise, especially against Christians. There's a big rise of these jihadist bandits attacking churches. Mosques as well have been attacked. Um, Pregnant women, elderly people, it's rampant. If you have been on the news, you'll be exposed to such news, and it's saddening. And this idea, I'll go straight into the idea and see what you think about it. I believe that for the lives of people to be protected and for the lives of people to be cherished and taken into account, for people to know that their lives mean something, that we must implement as a government a system or a law, put a law in place whereby if a business or a religious center like a church, a mosque, or a school, because we've also had abduction of kids and the killings in school as well. If a business, a school, a government center, an hospital, a church, a mosque, if they cannot afford basic security, then they should not be allowed or licensed to operate. Now, I know you're going to think that this as, oh, it's going to be like a religious oppression. But remember, it's not only facing religion, it's also facing all that sectors. Basic security needs like cameras with memory cards should be the basic need. And then maybe if you come to mid-tier, they should have maybe two, three securities that are armed. That is mid-tier. But the basic that no organization should be allowed to run without should be cameras that are recording during the time of service or during their core hours. Some establishment, their core hours might be actually after they are done servicing, maybe if they have very important assets on site, you definitely need a camera to track everything and some alarm system. But if a church cannot afford a camera generator, because we know we still have this electricity issue in Nigeria, and I am hopeful that it will be solved. I am hopeful that this electricity issue will be solved. But all establishment, should have a way, especially during service, for instance, in a church, to turn on the generator, put in fuel in that generator, have the camera recording for every time they meet. Have cameras recording for every time they meet, because we have had issues whereby kidnappers, they come, they take people, and there are no cameras around to kind of get the location on where they went to. It should not be said for a country in 2026. So if the government claims that there's no enough, money to provide the security that is needed, and they are doing their best and all, if that is their claim, then this burden, I believe, can sensibly fall, or you might say unsensibly, it can fall on the people. Churches should not be held. Mosque should not be held if you cannot afford a camera, if you cannot afford the basic security, a camera, a detection system whereby people can see, and they can view, and they can be surveillance. I think this will be the starting of a secured nation whereby we now have cameras. These bandits cannot be going around. We can see where they pass. Houses can, they can be alert. So we just saw this car scrolling by. We saw these guys. We need surveillance. You understand? It's going to be a very good deterrent. I believe it's going to reduce banditry to maybe 20%, which is good. And we'll be able to find their tracks, but without cameras, with insufficient cameras in remote areas where they are holding churches, schools, and companies, it should not be allowed. There should be great restriction, or there should be subsidized. There should be a subsidy on these cameras, and maybe fewer products for these companies to run this security operation. Or I believe it will change the trajectory of Nigeria. And as we move on and graduate from just cameras, then we should have, whereby we have community security, whereby a church or an establishment must at least have community security of some sort, that's guarding the school, guarding the church, guarding the mosque. And in the absence of any of these, then their gathering time should be limited, because the protection of life is very important. The protection of life is very important. So let me know what you think in the comment section, and let me know the pros, let me know the cons, because there's always upside, there's downside, but when the stakes are, when the advantage is greater, the benefit is greater than the risk, it's what going into. But let me know what you think. Thank you. It's Michael Easy, and I'll see you next time.